Once upon a time, in a peaceful countryside village, tucked between green hills and winding rivers, there lived a man named Elijah. He didn't have much, just a small wooden house and a modest field to farm. But what Elijah lacked in wealth, he made up for in heart. He had a quiet kind of goodness, the kind that doesn't draw attention, but is felt by everyone around. If someone was cold, Elijah would give them his own shawl. If a stray animal wandered by, he would feed it from his lunchbox without hesitation. He was the kind of man who would share his last slice of bread with someone hungrier than him. Not because he had extra, but because he believed no stomach should go empty. His wife, Linda, often shook her head in frustration. "Elijah," she would say, "you give away everything we have. Sometimes I feel like I'm cooking, just so you can feed the whole world." Elijah would smile gently. "Linda, when we ease someone's hunger, even for a moment, we bring light into this dark world. God sees every act of compassion." One hot afternoon, while Elijah rested on his porch, a weary old traveler appeared by the gate. His clothes were dusty, his steps unsteady, and his face lined with exhaustion. Linda peeked through the window and whispered, "Another one? There goes our lunch again." But Elijah stood up without a word and approached the man. "You look tired, friend. Come sit, let me get you some water." He brought a cool jug of water and offered it with both hands. The man drank slowly, as though every sip brought him back to life. Then he looked up and said, "Kind sir, I haven't eaten in 2 days. If you have even a little food, I'd be grateful." Elijah nodded and headed to the kitchen, but there were only 2 flatbreads left. Their own lunch. Linda grabbed his arm. "You can't be serious. That's our food. What will we eat?" "This man hasn't eaten in 2 days," Elijah replied quietly. "We'll manage, but he might not." Though she sighed in frustration, Elijah returned to the porch and offered the bread with care. "Please eat this. It's the best we have." The traveler didn't speak. He simply ate gratefully, slowly, like someone being healed. After finishing the meal, he drank more water and sat quietly for a few moments. Then, reaching into his worn leather bag, he pulled out a golden bowl. Elijah blinked in surprise. "Sir, I can't accept this. It must mean something to you." The man smiled gently. "This bowl came into my life years ago. One day I saw a child drowning in a river. I jumped in and pulled him out. His father, overwhelmed with gratitude, gave me this bowl as a token of thanks. I never used it. I kept it, waiting to find someone who gave without thinking of reward. Today, I found that person." He placed the bowl into Elijah's hands. "This isn't just gold," he said. "It's a reminder. What we give with love will return in ways we never expect. True giving asks for nothing and yet brings everything." With that, the old man stood up and walked away, leaving Elijah standing in the afternoon sun, golden bowl in hand and tears in his eyes. From that day forward, Elijah and Linda never went without, not because of the bowl, but because kindness has its own reward, and the universe has a way of returning light to those who give it freely. In Buddhism, we say, true generosity is not about giving what you don't need. It's about giving even when it's hard, because the kindness you plant today may return as blessings you never imagined.